What's going on, guys? Today, I want to talk about a topic that keeps coming up. I'm noticing it with guys that I talk to and the guys that I go out with. They've got this story around people, or women specifically, not wanting to talk to them. And I'm talking about like they go out, they haven't even spoken to anybody at all, but they've got this idea that women just don't want to meet them. And it's obviously a projection. It's obviously bullshit. But I want to talk about it because it's very important if you guys are suffering from that. I do also know what that's like, so I feel qualified to speak on it. So let's go ahead and just kind of start off with the idea and where that idea even comes from in the first place, right? The idea that nobody wants to talk with you, nobody wants to meet you. Women are not going to like it if you walked over to them and talked to them. They don't want anything to do with you. Complete bullshit. Now, where it comes from is it's one, a projection, two, it's a lack of awareness, and three, it's a cop out. And I'm going to talk about all three of those right now, right? So when you really think about it, it's a projection. We have not actually gone to talk to these people to know whether or not they want to engage with us or not. In a lot of cases, we don't. And the truth is this: we tend to have a negative bias towards ourselves because we have low self esteem. And because we have low self esteem, we think people don't like us. And because of this, when we go out, we see people, let's say we see a beautiful woman, immediately the first thing that comes to our mind is that I can't go talk to her, I shouldn't go talk to her, I'm not going to go talk to her. Or she doesn't like me. That's probably the more accurate one, more commonly. She doesn't like me. And so we just write ourselves off and we don't show up and we don't go talk to them. So we never, ever, ever get the gift of having a beautiful woman out on the date, making out with her, taking her home, spending good time with her, because we won't even give ourselves the benefit of a doubt when it comes to actually meeting them in the first place. So the first thing we got to do is stop projecting onto people because you don't know what people are thinking. You're not a psychic. Stop pretending to be because it's sabotaging your results. Now, the second thing is that it's a lack of awareness. You haven't had enough experience talking to women that you are attracted to know whether or not they want to talk to you. This is the most common thing. The projection is outward projection onto them that you're deciding what they think and what they feel about you, and you haven't even gone to talk to them. Because you've never gone to talk to them, you have no reference experience to pull from that makes you think that they don't want to talk to you. Now, sure, we get the occasional guy who goes out and let's say he's maybe done one, he's maybe done a few, a handful, and there were all rejections. And he's like, "See, no women want to talk to me. I told you." And it's like, bro, you still lack awareness. You lack awareness of self. You lack awareness of them, and this is what's causing you to get rejected in the first place. Once your level of awareness increases, you will stop getting rejected and you will start getting more girls showing interest in you. How do you increase your awareness? Well, one is watching videos like this, watching fearless videos with Brian, watching videos with me, or other dating coaches who are really talking about the awareness aspect of things. Because you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of people, a lot of men especially, are not aware who they're being in that moment and how they're coming off to women because they're not aware of it. Women are not going to tell you that. Women are either going to tell you that you're being weird, you're being creepy, or they're just going to reject you. So from that, I guess we could deduct that there's something off in your energy, but you don't specifically know what it is. And that's what these videos are for. This is also what coaching is for. Getting somebody to be able to watch you, see what you're doing, point out exactly what it is that's going on. It could be a number of things. It could be that you're pulling back when you're talking to women. It could be that you're nervous and you're letting your nerves just completely take over. It could be that you're too confident, you're too cocky, and you're pushing women away, right? It could be a bunch of things. And that's the importance of learning what it is that you specifically do. What's your specific thing that is causing you to keep women out of your life? What's causing you to get rejected? What's causing you to pull away, push women away, etc. All right. And how do we find out those things? You got to get somebody to watch you. You got to get somebody who knows what they're looking at. Because if you don't, you're just going to keep shooting in the dark, doing the same thing over and over until you just eventually give up and quit on it. So it's very vital to find a coach. Not saying it's got to be me, it could be anybody who knows what they're talking about, but you got to know and make sure that they know what they're talking about. Most of them don't. Now, on to sorry. Let me complete this. Once your level of awareness starts to increase, you'll understand why you're getting rejected, and then you will reverse it by changing the things that you need to change. Who do you need to become in order to be the version of yourself that attracts women? And in a lot of cases, it's very small, subtle things. It's like, okay, when I walk into a woman, I pull away energetically, like, hey, hi, nice to meet you, Tony. Hi, how are you? Right? It's pull away. It's, instead of being like, hey, excuse me, hang on a second. Wait, I saw you. You are gorgeous. Like, I'm telling you, what's your name? Notice the difference in that, right? Most guys do the first one. Most guys pull away. They're uncertain. They're unsure. They're letting the nervousness get ahead of them. Now, when you start to become aware of this, you're like, oh, I can see this now. And this is where video feedback is really powerful. And I do this in my 3-day workshops. If you ever come to a 3-day with me, we do video feedback where we record you with the models, working with the models, and play it back to you on the TV screen so that you can literally see what you're doing on a body and energetic level. And then once you see it, you're like, oh, I understand that now. And then you stop doing it, you correct the behavior, and all of a sudden your results start to change. So level of awareness is key. The minute your level of awareness changes, you can actually change what you're doing and start to become the version of yourself that women actually do want to talk to, actually do lock eyes with when you're out and about. Now, the third thing is a cop out. And here's the truth. Whether consciously or subconsciously, which in most cases, men are not aware of it, they're very unconscious, that they're making bullshit excuses so that they don't have to show up and meet women. They're rationalizing, they're finding excuses. Oh, they're not going to like me. She doesn't want to talk to me. Girls don't like me. And you just completely write yourself off completely. With that mindset, you're never going to meet women. It's just what it is, right? Because that's not inviting of women when you're thinking like that or you're speaking like that about yourself. Now, I see this a lot. When I go out to bars, I'm not coaching clients, right? Let's say if I'm just out by myself and I'm talking to a guy, I met a guy, I'm chatting with him, and a woman walks past and and a woman catches his eye. And I'm like, go talk to her. He's like, nah, it's not my type, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit excuses. We do this all the time so that we don't have to step into detention, so that we don't have to risk getting our feelings hurt, getting our ego torn down. Therefore, we never get the girl. And if you don't want the girl, that's cool. But most guys, I know for a fact, do actually want the women that they claim that they don't want. And the minute you can actually start to realize that and accept that and really own it, it'll actually help you get the women that you want. So this idea that women don't like you is complete bullshit. Especially if you've never walked up and actually talked to a woman, how would you even know? So I just want to lay that out there for you guys. I'll probably do another video on this in the future. I'm sure I will because more guys are going to do it as we go into the future when you think about it, right? More guys are becoming more and more dependent on online dating apps. So they're really becoming separated from the old school way of meeting women, which was out and about. So there's just going to be more guys who become more scared to meet women over time. And going out and meeting women in person is actually going to become a novelty for most guys, right? Like driving stick. But we all know driving stick is way more fun than driving automatic if you've ever driven a stick. So same thing with going out and meeting women. You have the option to go out and meet women anywhere. You get to see her in person, so you know what you're getting, meaning that you're not having to deal with a woman online who's out there and you have no idea what she actually looks like. She's sending you pictures of herself. But when she gets on a date with you, she's gained about 20, 30 pounds. Not that I'm saying a bigger woman is a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that you're not getting what it actually is that you signed up for. So this is why I like approaching in the first place. But anyways, guys, I want to say a few things before we close this video out. If you yourself are wanting to just accelerate your growth and become the version of yourself that actually attracts women, actually goes on dates, actually has women wanting them, then reach out. Let's hop on a consultation call. I got a few things that I think may help you. But again, it's a no pressure call. I'm not trying to sell you on anything unless it's something that you want to do. But most importantly, I just kind of want to find out where you are, where you want to get to, and I'll offer you some things that I might have that might work to your benefit. And also, I'm still doing a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale for you guys. So if you do decide to do something, there's a discount for whatever that is. That's going to help you get in there and change your dating life, man. Because I just want to help, man. And I know how it feels to be on the far end of the spectrum of being like, women don't like me. Uh, I'm not attractive. I can't do this. But then to see a guy who looks just like me out with some hot ass chicks, I'm just like, wait, something's going on here. So I want you guys to get from that end of the spectrum to actually being out there having success, understanding, having a greater level of awareness so that you guys can really start to enjoy the dating portion of your life, especially while you're young, man, because it really matters. Somebody wants to be 70 and 80 having regrets about not going for the woman that they wanted, because sex is a very important part of your lives, whether you're aware of it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, at least. So anyways, if you want to hop on a consultation call, hit the link in the description. Let's chat, and just want to get to know you, man. So take it easy. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.